Alright, you guys. Well, today I would bring you guys along for my first eBay order that I've gone potentially this year. I don't think I've had an eBay order in about 1 or 2 months now, at the very least. It's my first bulk order. It's 1,000 cards that I sold for $20. I thought I would just go through the process of showing you guys how I'm gonna figure out how to ship these cards. I already kind of had an idea of how I would go about doing it, but I figured that I would essentially figure it out as soon as I got my first order and see what like my profit margins and all of that stuff would be. So let me show you how I do it. All right, so first off, go to my shelf of, I guess, cards and supplies. I have those boxes up there that I've been storing all of my small boxes. I've accumulated those over like the last few months, and these ones are just basically all of my small boxes that I had planned on reusing. I've either picked them up from like other people, like on Facebook Marketplace, or I've had like things delivered and I've just been saving the small boxes. Got like a bunch of like larger ones as well. Some of those I bought, and other ones are also free from like Facebook Marketplace. But I just need to find a small one. I might use, this is like a Walmart one. I might use something like this. It's not very big. Let me show you how big it is. Okay, so rather than going with that Walmart box, I actually went with this Amazon box I had. It's a little bit smaller of a one, and it's like 9 by 6 by 3. I went with this box just because I was looking at how much it would cost for me to ship a box this size and weight to the customer. Anything bigger would have actually costed me like $1.50 more. I actually didn't realize how much more shipping has gone up in price. So this, I think if I measured everything and weighed everything correctly with the cards in it, it should only cost me about $8.50, which is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Typically, I think boxes this size should only cost like $5 to $6, so I'm actually not sure why it's like that much more. But I pulled out my box of OP9 unsorted. It's basically a bunch of OP9 bulk. Pulled out like about 500 of them. I'll show you this here. Mixed it up with ones from like other sets, and basically made stacks of, stacks of 100, and made 10 stacks, and that's 1,000 cards. So I'm going to get some bubble wrap, put it in the box, and see how it all fits. Okay, so I have all the cards basically in the box now. It actually barely fit. I think it's gonna bulge a little bit when I try to close it, but I think that should still be fine. But I basically put some, you can see I put like a layer of bubble wrap on the bottom and on the sides. I won't be able to put any bubble wrap on top, but I'm gonna put the invoice on top, so hopefully that will protect the cards a bit from the top side. But these are basically just a bunch of bulk cards. If they were definitely like higher end cards, I definitely would try to pack it a bit more, but it looks like it all fits. So I'm gonna get it all packed up right now. Okay, so I have it all packed up. It has a good amount of weight to it. I don't know how heavy it's gonna be, but I'm assuming it's at least probably 6 to 7 pounds. It bulges a little bit, but I think that's fine. I just don't know how I'm gonna continue doing this if I get orders in the future. It seems like it would, like 1,000 cards barely fits in this box. One piece cards are a little thicker, which means a little bit heavier as well. So like when it comes to like Pokemon and Magic, I think a box like this would work. And I don't know what the cubic, I haven't calculated the cubic inches. It's 9 by 6 by 3, so you can probably do the math real quick, but I know those dimensions is what keeps it under the threshold. So like if this part was 3.5 inches taller, it would actually bump up the price by like $1.50. But yeah, let me see how much this weighs. I'm hoping it's not. I don't even know what the cutoff is for like weight, but put on my scale. Oh, it's actually just under 5 pounds. Okay. Well, I'm gonna enter it in to Pirate Ship, because I think Pirate Ship is cheaper compared to sending it through eBay, and see how much the breakdown is. Okay, so it's been about 9 days since I last recorded the original video, and while editing this video, I realized that I hadn't made a follow-up or like a essentially a conclusion to what happened with the shipment. So I entered all the information into Pirate Ship. It came out to $8.24, so very close to $8.50 is like what I thought it was going to cost me after I entered in the dimensions and the weight of it being just under 5 pounds. And because, as you can see, it's really cool. I love how Pirate Ship shows you this, but because it's, you know, it's coming from Seattle where I live, and it's going all the way to North Carolina, which is on like the clear opposite side of the country, my shipping is always like a lot more expensive. I think this shipment probably would have cost, I don't know, between $6 and $7 if it was going from like one state on the East Coast to another state on the East Coast, but because it's going clear across the country, it's just a lot more for me to ship. So they have actually already, I just checked the tracking of it yesterday. They received it on the 12th in the afternoon, so that's good. It was dropped off in the porch. Haven't heard back from the customer or anything like that yet. They haven't given me any kind of review on eBay yet. I'm hoping they give me a review. I'm hoping it's a positive one. So I know like they got the shipment. It came packaged well. As you can see, I feel like I packaged it pretty well for a bulk order. I was only unable to put some bubble wrap on the top part of the box. But if I was able to use a box that was a little bit bigger, I would have put like bubble wrap on it as well. It just would have cost me, I would have made like, I think $6 after all of that, I think. So I originally had my order or my listing up for $20. I bumped it up to $25, which is what I think I originally started it at, but I wasn't getting any sales, so I decided to bump it down to $20. And I figure if I'm only going to make like a few bucks if I sell it at $20, so be it. At least like I will know what it will be like to ship 1,000 cards through eBay. Trying to see if I have it. I don't remember what the cost breakdown was for that order. Let's see if eBay will show it to me. Okay. So, calculator time. Yeah, so the order total was, can you guys see it? Yeah, it was $21.35. eBay collects sales tax, which you don't get, they collect it on your behalf. The transaction fee was $3.23, so I believe what I take home is $16.77. So $16.77, and the, what did it cost me again? $8.24. So minus 8.24. So I basically made $8.53 off that order after eBay took their cut of the fees, after I paid pirate ship. My supplies weren't really expensive. Like the bubble wrap is fairly cheap. I'm actually reusing some like older bubble wrap I've gotten from orders. I have like a ton. I have like actually 3 rows of like new bubble wrap, but I figure I would go through like my older bubble wrap first, like older like clean bubble wrap. Box was essentially free as well, but I think typically, like if you were to ship an order like this, a box like this, if you were to buy it in mass, like I'm talking about hundreds of that particular size box, you can probably get them for, when I looked into it, just under 50 cents, I think. But if you were to go to like a box store, and you were only to get like 5 or 10 boxes where you're not really getting any kind of discount, like boxes like that would typically cost about like $1, maybe just under $1. But because the box is free, I didn't put it into my calculations. But you can see how all those like little things will start to like add up. Even printing out the invoice, including an invoice, depending on how much you get your paper for, how much ink costs for you. Like my paper and ink is, I consider it like a penny per page, like maybe a penny for the ink and a penny for the paper, which is a lot higher than what I'm probably paying. I think it's probably less than a cent for me to pay for the ink plus the paper. Paper I get super cheap because I buy it in bulk. I get like a lot of it for free too. And the ink, I use a laser printer, so toner is very, very cheap. But if you're having to buy boxes, you're paying extra for bubble wrap, for your paper, your ink, all that stuff. I mean, that's gonna eat into this like $8.53 instead of like $8.53, which is what, very close to like what I'm taking home. It might be like $7. So $7 per 1,000. Is that worth it? It's okay. Like I said earlier, I would have preferred to be making closer to $10 per 1,000, which is why I bumped it up. I do have my, let's see, I have it here. I kept my 5,000 card lot the same price. I have it at $90 because I figure having to spend, it's probably going to be like $20, $25 to ship an order like this. You know, like the more cards they're ordering, the more profit margins you essentially have, because trying to ship 5 orders of 1,000 compared to like one large order of 5,000 cards, you're saving money. So I'm trying to pass off that saving to the customer, because what if they were to buy, if that same customer, let's say, were to buy 5 separate orders of 1,000 cards, it would be what, $125. So they're saving $35, which is a good discount, I think. But yeah, again, I apologize for the lack of videos. I've been pretty busy the last few weeks. I'm going to try to be better about uploading more videos, trying to upload at least like 1 video a week at least. My goal was always to upload maybe like 2 times a week, but I've been spending a lot of money on sealed product. There's a lot of videos I do want to make. I'm just trying to find the time to record them, and more importantly, take the time to edit these videos, because I realize how time-consuming editing videos can be. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.